Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Larissa and I crochet plushies. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back and thank you for being here. This week's video is a little different and extra exciting because I have just released my brand new product, beginner crochet kits using my very own Teddy Bakery plush yarn. These are all my designs. I've come up with them, and as someone who learned how to crochet with fluffy yarn that can be a little bit more difficult than say acrylic or cotton, I think I am very well versed in being able to teach other people how to do the same and actually have cute results with patterns that are adorable but also really attainable for beginners. I have 5 different kits so far. Bella the Bunny, Ozzy the Octopus, Toby the Turtle, Charlie the Chick, and Benny the Bee. So this video is going to just be a compilation of footage that I managed to capture from when I first got the finished products. I think that's the first clip, is when they first arrived, and then getting some photos, which I really struggled with. I wish I had better content of that. I'm still struggling to this day. So we might do a part 2 or follow up in some of my other vlogs if I finally manage to take some photos myself or if I get someone else to do it for me. But also I've got footage from all of the inventory arriving, a huge quantity, me stocking up my new shelving storage unit, and also the day of the release and packing some orders from releasing the product. So this is just a little bit of the behind the scenes just from my end. There's been a lot more work going on throughout the almost 1 year of me designing these products and getting them ready and doing all of the promo and everything like that. So of course, this is just one sliver, but some of the really exciting moments. And I'm really excited for you guys to start using these crochet kits if you have been wanting to crochet but haven't figured out what you want to make, or you just don't know if you have the right materials. This is your sign, you guys. We have everything we need in these little crochet kits. All you need are scissors. Everything else we've got. And of course, this is the yarn from my own brand. This is the yarn that I use. Of course, I highly recommend it. It can be a little bit more challenging, as I've said, than other yarns for beginners, but it's worth it. I think when you learn with a more challenging yarn, it really just like quickly builds all of your skills, especially with amigurumi. That's why I started learning with amigurumi. And I felt like after that, anything else was just a breeze because you really just learn learn all the hard stuff first, but even then it's not that hard, but it just translates really well. But I also do have some news for my American customers. Unfortunately, we are temporarily pausing shipping to the US. I know most of my viewers are US based, and this is really disappointing, but of course the tariffs are impacting our businesses and they are changing all the time, and it's really difficult for our postal services. So they've decided, the postal service I use, Australia Post, our major postal company, has paused all shipping to the US temporarily. So as soon as that has been figured out, I'm going to be opening shipping back up for you guys as soon as possible. I know that China, I think this is affecting Chinese imports, like products that are made in China. My products are not made in China, so hopefully that will keep me a little bit more protected with my products, and the tariff shouldn't be as high. It shouldn't be more than 10%. Fingers crossed. It's always changing and it's really annoying as a business owner. It's really frustrating, and I'm sure it's frustrating for you guys who want to order my products, but hopefully this can be resolved soon and we will get our products back to you guys as soon as possible, because especially with these kits, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for it, and I know that it's a really exciting product and I love it. But if you are looking from most other countries, and especially my fellow Australians, they are available to you guys now. You can shop at scarly.com.au, and that's where I have all my yarn, some accessories, and the kits. So without further ado, let's get straight into this footage that I've filmed over the past few months. Hopefully it can make some sense after it's all been put together, but you know what? It's a chill vibe. Oh my goodness, you guys. The package I have been waiting for 8 months has just arrived. Actually, haven't been waiting for this package for 8 months, but I have been designing a new product with Scarly for 8 months. So here she is inside this box, and I am so excited. Okay, I'm gonna grab some scissors and I'm going to unbox them with you guys. This is literally months of hard work. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This thing is packed. Okay, wait. We've got to turn it around. Oh my god. if you guys don't know what this is, I have come out with my very own amigurumi beginner crochet kits, and here they are. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm holding this right now. Okay. So we have Ozzy the octopus, Charlie the chick. Oh, this one's open. Benny the bee. Toby the turtle. And Bella the bunny. Oh my god, you guys. So I have 2 of each. I asked them to ship over, but here they are. How do I line them up so that you can see them all? Hold on. Oh my god. These are my children. I'm so happy. I don't even know where to begin. So this is the packaging. Underneath it says you're about to get hooked because, of course, once you start crocheting, you never stop. So yeah, and then we have all of everything included. We have the little pictures and everything. Oh my god. Stunning. I'm so excited. I'm going to give you guys a close-up of each of the plushies, and I'm going to show you the designs that I made that inspired these, or what the designs actually look like in real life once they're made. I'm going to now be opening the kits and showing you guys what's inside. This is also my first time seeing everything in the kits with my designs. So this is the packaging for Ozzy the octopus. And then on the back, it tells you everything that is inside. So we have our Teddy Bakery plush yarn. We have some training yarn so that people can practice working with plush yarn. I know that most people don't think plush yarn is beginner friendly, but I think it is if you know how to work with it. So stuffing, safety eyes, a darning needle, stitch marker, crochet hook, and then we have a written pattern and then step-by-step video tutorials, which I think is the most crucial element of the beginner kit. I wanted to make it so that people would be set up for success when using this kit. So let's go ahead and open it. Usually I think originally they were going to seal the top, but I think they were saying like the packaging is really nice, so if you peel it, it does ruin it. But of course, if I want to seal it and give it some extra protection, I can get a sealer and seal the bags myself. But I also am happy that I can open it without destructing the packaging, just in case I want to like check and see if everything is in there, you know, make sure everything is perfect before shipping out, because the last thing I would want is if something wasn't right. So let's open up and see. All right. So the first thing I'm seeing is the little pink yarn for the little chubby cheeks. So obviously you don't need this much, but we always want to give you more than you need just in case. And then this pink yarn, so this is training yarn. It's not the yarn that you're going to be using to make the actual plushie, but it'll let you practice. There it tells you training yarn just to practice. And I feel like this is a decent amount of yarn so that you can actually practice the stitches. And then here we have the little pamphlet. Inside there is the written pattern. Of course, I don't want to show you guys and spoil it. And then at the back we have QR codes. So we have 2 video tutorials. We have one that's a step-by-step video tutorial, and then we have another one that is an ultimate beginner stitches guide. So this teaches you all of the stitches that you will need to make your plushie specific to the pattern. So every single kit has a different ultimate beginner stitches guide and obviously a different video tutorial, but the stitches will be catered to each plushie. And then that is what you will want to use your training yarn for, especially if you are a complete beginner. So that's that. And then here we have the crochet hook, just a classic 5mm crochet hook, the best for working with plush yarn, size 6 chenille yarn. And then stuffing inside this little bag. And then obviously stuffing is used to stuff the plushie. And then we definitely give you more than what you need. So everything that is here is more than what you need, apart from like the eyes and obviously like, you know, the non-yarn stuff. Okay. And then we have a little baggie here with all of the darning needle. We have 10mm safety eyes in here. We have 2 stitch markers, so you can use 2. And then we have the backs of the safety eyes. So all of that is just kept in a little baggie. And then the main show, we have the blue yarn. This is Teddy Bakery baby blue yarn. And then this is what you're going to be using to crochet your little octopus. So these 2 are the colors for the actual plushie. This is what the finished result will look like. So this will turn into this. This is what we have based the design off. It's my own designs, of course. And then we have the training yarn to practice. So I'm super pleased with this one. I'm going to show you guys all of the different ones though, all of the different plushies that they're all inspired by. Of course, we have little Aussie here in his final form, and then the kit. And then next we have little Charlie. Here is little Charlie the chick. So cute. Benny the bee, just a tiny little bee. Bella the bunny. So cute. And then Toby the turtle. So these are the 5 little plushies that we have now in kits, so you can make your very own. I can't wait for them to be released. I'm pretty sure the big shipment is on their way as of now. I should be hearing about it soon, so hopefully they'll land in about a month and a bit. Hopefully about a month from when I'm filming this clip right now in May. So this is going to be coming to you guys soon. And I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on them. I really hope. If you have been thinking about crocheting, especially working with plush yarn, and you didn't think you'd be able to do it yourself, this is the perfect way to start. You obviously only have stuff for like a one-time use in terms of the yarn, which is good in case you don't want to crochet a lot. It's just a little bit. But if you do want to continue crocheting, of course, you can then refer to Scarly to get some more Teddy Bakery yarn that you have worked with. And then you can also keep the crochet hook, the stitch markers, and the darning needles, and you can use them over and over again. I'm currently on my floor. We are taking photos of my kits now that I have them. I've got my light box set up here. This is what it's looking like. You can't even see it, so bright. But we have my little bunny. Unfortunately, the kits are a little bit big for this light box. We're definitely maxing out the space, but I'm gonna try my best to work with what I have, of course. I don't have endless resources to just be having a huge setup, although, why am I still on the floor? I do really want to try and improve my photo quality, so that's something I'm going to be working on this year, especially with the kits. But I'm literally just like laying on my floor, like squatting, trying to take some photos. So I guess I'll bring you guys along through this process tonight. I've never actually used this camera in particular to take photos, so I'm trying something new as well. I usually use my Canon, and also I usually get my boyfriend to help me, but I'm by myself today, so this is what it's looking like. Let me see if I can, oh, good Lord. You can tell I'm an amateur. We're gonna try and set this up. Okay. Like, I just can't stand that you can see all the walls, so I'm gonna have to like crop and edit and play around, but honestly I don't think it's the worst, but we'll see what they actually look like blown up on my desktop screen, because that's when it'll reveal all of the potential flaws. But that's what I'm gonna do now and have a look and see how I did. Hopefully they're good enough for now. I'm flying out to Japan in a couple of days, so there's a lot of pressure on me to get a lot of stuff done. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it all works out. We've got the SD card plugged into the desktop. Let's do a reveal moment of truth. Oh, okay, no, it's actually not. It took a moment to load. Oh my God, that almost took me out. This is one of the original. I didn't realize there was something underneath the light box at first when I first started taking the photos, and so it's like lopsided. Look at this. My God. But the quality of the photo is good. Like, it's smooth. I thought it was gonna be blurry, but it's just a terrible photo. You can see like a little black in the corner. Oh my God. I I should not be taking photos like this with a small business that is heavily aesthetics dependent, you guys. So let's see. Hopefully the other ones are a bit better. This octopus one. Okay. It's a little bit better. I think I might have to go for another round, but like this is good for starters, and since I'm going to be away, I just need like some material to work with and to start like planning concepts and stuff, but it's not too bad. We are figuring things out as it happens. But yeah, I'm going to try and get photos. It's been just super like doom and gloom lately, so I haven't been able to take nice photos like in the daytime because we just haven't had much sun. And I think tomorrow's also going to be rainy. So maybe I'll have to do it when I'm back from Japan, but there's a lot to prepare. I'm going to start having to do like all the concept photos. We're going to have a big launch. So, you know, things like this take a long time. So I'm going to have to start now if I want to have the perfect launch for my kits. Don't mind my hair clips. I'm trying to just keep my hair out of my face. It's really bugging me right now. But it's about a month until my kits are expected to arrive. So we're trying to aim our launch about a month from now. So there's quite a bit for me to do, you know, in between all of my work and everything. It's a very chaotic time for me. So currently I'm trying to get the photography done. That is definitely probably my weakest point at the moment, is just photography, because my photography skills are terrible. I have the equipment, well, some equipment, but I just don't have the skills, and I actually don't have suitable equipment right now. So here is what I'm trying to do. I'll show you guys. I have previously already taken photos of the kits, but this time I'm trying to do this. So like, as you can see, there's a bit of a layout going on here. I'm trying to take a photo of everything nice and laid out. Of course, we need photos that show you guys what's inside the kit, and so it's not confusing. And I wanted to do one from like a bird's eye view as well, but this little tiny box is just like there's not enough space. So as you can see, if I want to get everything in one shot, it has like, it's really difficult. Obviously, I'm not taking photos with this camera I'm vlogging on, but actually this one is probably better, got better zoom. I don't know. Yeah, it's not the vision. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out if I have any potential to, what do you call it? Trying to see if I can like edit, like Photoshop things, but I don't have those skills either. I'm going to learn, or I'm going to have to ask someone to help me, but I'm trying to do it myself. So I'm going to have to learn these skills, but it's really stressing me out. I really need to get a plan. I want to make sure these photos are good and high quality, of course, and so you guys can see what's going on, but it's been quite difficult. I also want to try and get some like photos and videos of just like for marketing purposes. So that's what I'm trying to do. I need to get photos for the listing, which I have some, but again, we need to touch it up. So there's quite a bit I need to work on. And that's just what's going on at the moment. I do want to take you guys along to see my struggles. I guess the reality of being a sole business owner who really doesn't know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing, but I don't know the way that an expert would. You know what I mean? We're just kind of, you know, taking it as we go. I'm learning everything as I'm doing it. So I'm going to try and, well, let's see, try and keep you guys with me. So I'm taking photos currently with this Canon camera. This is a very old camera. It's just my family's. So I'm trying to get some photos with that, but I don't know how to use it. Like, I don't know. My boyfriend is the one that usually helps me take photos with that camera. So I'm struggling a little bit, and the photos that we have right now are not great. So we're going to, I'll touch base once I figure out a little bit more. The sun is setting, so I can't really take any photos outside, like using natural light, so I need that little box. So we'll see what I come up with. Today is the day where my order is arriving with my yarn and all of my crochet kits. So the delivery driver is going to be here at 1:30. So I need to get a padlock for my storage unit, and then we're going to go ahead and go to the storage unit, get there a little bit early to make sure I'm there on time when he arrives, and then everything is going to be loaded, and then I have a lot to deal with from there. I've decided that I'm pushing back the release dates of the kits first. We'll do a restock of the yarn, and then I will launch the kits because I just have a few matters that I need to make sure that are sorted, need to get more photos, more promo content, and I felt a lot more comfortable knowing that once the kits are here that I can start properly advertising for them and know that they're ready, because launching a product before the product is physically here, or like planning a launch around like right when they arrive, is quite stressful. So I'm glad that I've changed it up a little bit, but they will be here very soon. There's the order in this giant truck tucked in the corner there. Apologies if the audio quality is bad. I'm not using the microphone right now just because I have no hands and it's just me and the delivery driver, and I don't want to like waste his time. I want him to be able to do everything nice and quickly. We have our first pallet in the storage unit. Here we are. The storage unit is like tucked away in the back, so it's difficult for him to get here, and like it's all gravel, so the pallet jack, you know, there's some little complexities going on, but we've got 2 more pallets to unload, and then it's time for me to unpack and sort everything. All right, so the first pallet was the smallest, and we were able to get it right into the storage unit, but the next 2 are much bigger, and as you can see, it's like just too tall, so I'm gonna have to unpack them and sort them. I really do appreciate that the boxes have been labeled here with the kits so that I'm not confused, because otherwise I have my box cutter here ready to open and sort everything, keep it nice and workable. But now I'm just going to cut down this pallet and start unboxing. All of the inventory has been dropped off. I've just sent the delivery driver out of the storage, and now I have all of this to unpack and get in. It is drizzling very lightly right now. Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than that. Here by myself unpacking all this storage in the all this inventory in the rain. It's a lot, you guys. This is like it's gonna take me a minute, but we're gonna get straight to business. All the boxes are in. At least I still have quite a bit of space, which is nice, but tons and tons of stuff. Now I have these pallets that I need to worry about. Apparently there's a pallet removal fee, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of them myself, or just like tuck them in somewhere if we've got space. It's really annoying though because it's kind of heavy for me to carry, so maybe I'll have to do it like with my partner, with my dad on the weekend. We'll see, but we'll tuck them into this storage unit before I leave. But anyway, all I have left to do is this pallet. It's still raining a little bit, so that was kind of miserable. Doing it all by myself, kind of like, it feels kind of surreal to have this much stock and all this going on, and it's been quite stressful. So I feel very relieved that at least the inventory is here, and now we can start preparing for the launch and the restock. So we're just gonna break down this pallet. I'm pretty sure this is where most of the yarn is, so I'm gonna have to open and label them, but that shouldn't take me too long, and I can't wait to get out of here. Guys, look at this new shade of Teddy Bakery. I'm so excited to use this and launch it. It looks so good. It looks even better in real life. The last palette has been dismantled, and I have sorted all the yarn by color. I think I need to do a stock take though. I want to restock my yarn on Wednesday. It's Monday. So tomorrow or today, I'm gonna try and get the stock take ready. Also so I can make my next order, because this stuff takes a really long time to arrive. I ordered this stuff a really long time ago. So we need to do that. I'm wondering, do I do that right now? It's gonna going to be a huge effort. But I think I may as well just get it out of the way while I'm here. This is what it's looking like. It's a bit of a mess. We've got my car out there with the pallets that I need to tuck back in before I go. And then we've just got boxes, like boxes for days, and then this random pallet. And since I can't get rid of the pallets yet, I'm like, I may as well just leave it here and stack the boxes on top. Maybe tuck it in the corner. It's like a flimsy, it's like not a very sturdy pallet. So I'm like, good thing my stuff isn't that heavy, especially the kits. These boxes are really nice and light, so thank God that was the majority of it. We have so many crochet kits, you guys, and my tiny little golf is gonna have to fit as much as possible in to bring home. But I'm definitely gonna have to come with either my partner's van, but he's not around for the next couple of days, or my dad's car and get some stuff. I'm so exhausted. I'm like sweating, guys. And then I think I'm gonna get some storage, like the shelves, industrial shelves for my garage, so I can start sorting the yarn and improving my system at home, because I definitely don't want to work out of here. There's no power, and I'm starting a full-time job really soon, so I'm going to only be able to do this after hours or on the weekends, and like at nighttime it's kind of like scary out here, guys, not gonna lie, and I do this all by myself. So we are going to figure all this stuff out. I will see you in the next clip. Stock take is officially done. It's looking very messy still. I'm just gonna leave it though. This isn't the main hub of Scarly just yet, so that didn't take as long as I thought it would, so actually it was okay. I need to go ahead and take all the stock that I have at home as well. It's like 3:30 right now. I still haven't eaten today yet. It's just been really hectic, so definitely keen for a feed. But I'm gonna start packing my car. I can't fit that much in it because I just have a Golf, and these boxes are like, while they're smaller than the first lot of inventory I ever got, the boxes for that were huge. They're still not gonna, like, I'm not gonna be able to fit like 10 of these in there. So I'm gonna try, see if I can get a box of each of the kits in, and then I wanna get, of course, the new shade Daffodil, some sand, because I haven't had that in a while, and it's a new fresh batch. The first batch I wasn't happy with. And then I think lime as well. If I am lucky enough to fit it, at least I'll bring a couple like packs of them in. If I can't fit all of that, it's going to be definitely a big task, so we'll go ahead and do that now. Guys, I actually managed to fit all of these 8 boxes into my car. I played a little bit of engineer, bit of Tetris, so we've got one in the front as well, so now it's time to go home, finally. I'm so tired, you guys. Today is launch day. I'm really nervous. I've spent the whole morning setting up and preparing for the launch. We're about half an hour until we launch, so I'm going to film the live drop, I guess. It's not very exciting sitting here from my perspective because it's all just done on my computer, but it is definitely an exciting milestone. I'm also going to try and pop down to a packaging shop later today to look at other packaging options, because I think I might want to do some box shipping instead of mailer shipping if people order more than one of the beginner crochet kits, just because I don't want everything to get crunched. I have bubble mailers but they just fit one, so I think we'll have to look at some box solutions and also just figure out all of that. But unfortunately, I had to pause my shipping to the US as well today, just because the tariffs are constantly changing, and Australia Post is now no longer shipping to the US. They've like paused the transit, the international transit, just because things are really uncertain right now. So that's frustrating, because I do have some US orders that I'm not sure would have made it across. So I'm going to have to make sure I follow up with these customers, and I have a US order that I've just packed yesterday, like sitting in my house, which is such a shame. So we're going to have to figure all of that out. But hopefully it opens up soon, and, you know, they don't increase the tariffs, or they just keep it, you know, like I don't I don't want you guys to have to pay more costs for my products. I already keep them as low as possible for you guys. And, you know, of course, my viewers, I think most of you guys are in the US. It's just really, really annoying. The shipping is already expensive without the tariffs. Like, it's already difficult, but this is part of business in 2025. So that is a shame. But anyway, we are still focusing on the market here in Australia and having all of these kits ready for you guys here, just because we don't have a lot of crochet kit options in Australia. And I know that there is a lot of people interested in this product. I think if I had made my own product before I started crocheting, however that would happen, I would definitely be getting one of these kits instead of flailing around trying to figure out getting the wrong hook size, getting the wrong yarn, getting the wrong everything, and spending a lot more money than on like stuff that wasn't right instead of just getting the kit straight away. So I'm really glad to be able to be providing that and being really sure of the quality of the kits. So half an hour until we launch. Okay, we are live in 3, 2, 1. Okay, the products are now live. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see the orders start coming in, hopefully. And we also have 20% off until 6 p.m. tonight, which is something I wanted to do just to give you guys a nice launch discount. Of course, that'll be over by the time this video is out, but we'll be doing more giveaways and more different discounts as well, of course, because who doesn't love a giveaway? But now we are finally live, so a little bit of relief now. I'm really excited, and now I need to get prepared for packing the orders. I've got my first order, which is really exciting. I'm super grateful, and this is definitely much slower of a launch in terms of orders compared to my yarn, which is understandable because this is a new market segment that I'm trying to enter when I've already sort of made myself quite comfortable within the crochet community. So I'm going to have to work quite hard to branch out my audience to attract people that would be interested in learning how to crochet rather than trying to sell a product that my current market, which are crocheters, do not need, which is the crochet kit. So we have to expand that a little bit, but to be expected, it's going to be a little bit slower, but hopefully with my marketing and optimizing my SEO and everything like that, I can expand my target market and get more people in to know the product, because I know if people know about my product, they'll want it, and the demand is there. I just don't have access to the customers right now. So it's still going well though. We've still got orders, so that is a positive overall. And yeah, very exciting. I'm gonna go ahead and try and optimize my website a little bit. We're going to do some more blog posts, and then I'm going to go and get packaging. We're going to start packing up these orders, and that is going to be the launch. It's not very exciting, honestly. I thought this video was going to be much better organized. It's just been chaos this year, and yeah, honestly, I am quite disappointed in myself for not working to my full potential, but there's always time to improve. So from here on out, we are going to put in a lot more effort. Not that I haven't been putting in effort before, but there's just been so many other like curveballs left and right, you know, surrounding a bunch of different things in my life, mostly good things. So I can't complain, but it's shifted my focus a little bit. So we're going to get back on track, and I'm going to come back to you guys like later in the day, give you guys some updates on how the launch is going. Don't mind me right now. I just finished a workout class. That's why I look like this. But now it is time to pack some orders. I finally printed out all the labels from the restock, and it's time to get them shipped out. So I'll bring you guys along and we'll pack a couple of the orders together, and that will be a nice wrap up to this whole product campaign. Well, I wouldn't even call it a campaign, this whole launch, and you know, the arrival of the products. I also got some new photography equipment. I got some like softbox lights and a backdrop, so hopefully I can use that and make some new photos, take some good photos. We'll see how it goes. I really need to improve my skill set there, or just get someone else to do it for me, because it's a struggle right now, especially for the kids. I find the yarn much easier to photograph. So let's get straight into it and pack some of these orders. Let's start off with an order from Danny. She ordered one Benny the Bee kit, so let me go grab that now. Here is Benny the Bee, and we have our compostable mailer, of course, bubble protected. And I'm just gonna pop him straight in here. Adding thank you cards, of course. Shipping label. And this one is all packed up and ready to go. Next we have an order from Elise. She ordered Ozzy the octopus and Bella the bunny. Here's Ozzy and Bella, and then of course we have the mailer. And this mailer just fits two of them perfectly inside, thankfully. Thank you cards. Label is attached, and that is her order all packaged up. Now we have an order from Amy, who ordered all 5 of our beginner crochet kits. So I'm gonna pack this one a little bit differently. I don't have any bubble mailer to put it in right now, and I'm still figuring out like the box requirements and all of that stuff. So what we're gonna do is make sure to safely wrap it inside our bigger mailers that are not padded. So we'll try and wrap it up nicely and give it a bit of extra padding. And here are all 5 of the crochet kits. So what I did is I added some bubble wrap into the mailer just to pad it a little bit, and of course the thank you cards are going in, and then I think I'm just gonna double layer this to make sure that it's nice and secure. So I'm gonna put this mailer into an even bigger mailer and just bundle it up nicely. And there is her order all packaged up nice and securely. I'm gonna go ahead and pack the rest of them, and then we'll have to ship them off. And that is all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps out my channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. I love hearing what you guys have to say. And if you did make a purchase from us, please let me know. I would be really, really excited to hear about your order and how you like the products. And if you want to see more crochet related content, you can subscribe and join my little family. Love you guys. Bye.